Hi everyone, this is Ryan McBee from iSolutions. Today I'm going to be going over our app for Business Central that does accounts receivable and integrated payments. One thing that makes iSolutions special is the BC app is our core focus. That is all we do. We have over 500 customers running our product, companies of all different sizes. We have publicly traded companies, professional sports teams, a lot of SMBs out there. So we really appreciate the opportunity for you to look at our product. I'm going to be showing you everything that it does. Just at a high level, we have a click here to pay link that can be added to any BC document, whether that being a quote, order, invoice. We do work on the service documents. We do have a self-service customer portal as well. It is real time, which means it's always going to be accurate. Your customers can log in there to see their open invoices, open credit memos, apply credit memos, make payments. We also show quotes, orders, shipments in the portal, and obviously all the historical invoices will be in there as well. We do have a light POS that works with Clover, and we can take payments inside BC. And then one thing that really makes our app stand out is we do have a collection module that comes with it, where you can set up automated reminders out of the system automatically. So given that, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to first do is I'm going to start by going to the customer master in BC. And you'll notice right off the bat, you'll see a couple fields here that are part of our app. One is the collection plan that is assigned to the customer. And then also we see if there's a collector assigned as well. The collector assignment is essentially just a drop down of users in the system. So let's go ahead and open up Fabricam, and let's take a look at the first setup window that we have. You simply just go here to Related and then set up iPayments. So everything on this window is configurable. The first thing you'll see is the drop down. It's a drop down for users in the system, so you can assign who the collector is going to be. The other setting over here is the plan that the customer is on. And then down here, this is our auto email feature. So essentially what this means is when you post an invoice, you're gonna tell the system who that's gonna go to. Same thing with credit memos. And then these two tabs over here are related to our collection plans. To us, a reminder email is before the money is due. And then a past due is when they've exceeded their payment terms. And these emails that you're seeing in here, these are the contacts that are on the customer card. These are the two contacts that we have set up. So let's go ahead and back out of here. And I'm going to start with the most basic thing that we have. I am going to create an invoice. I'm going to post it, and I'm going to show you the multiple ways that it can be paid. So the first way you can pay it is you can simply, grab a card information over the phone, or you can use a stored card. You would simply just go to Actions, iPayments Credit Card, and you can run the payment there. You can run from a point of sale device. So if you have a terminal that you purchased through us, you can run the credit card payment through the terminal as well. So the easiest way to make payment for your customer is the click here to pay link that is on the invoice that gets sent out. So let's go ahead and click the link. And you're going to notice that this link, it will be branded, so it's not going to have our logo. It'll have your logo on there, your own subdomain, and anything relevant to your account. So you're going to see the first option is the customer can choose to pay full payment amount, partial payment amount. They can choose to pay with card. We do have an option to do convenience fees, and then if they pay with ACH, then there will be no fees added. You will notice down here at the bottom, we do have a customer portal. Let's go ahead and log in the customer portal and take a look. As I mentioned, the customer portal is a real-time connection to BC. You can put this on your website. You can put it on your form, and you would invite your customers to the portal. And we do work off the contact record. So if you had one customer with 10 contacts, each individual contact could have their own login to the portal. So when I log in, the first thing that's rendering right now is the invoices and the credit memos. So you can see I can download my documents, and if you've modified your documents in BC, we are going to be picking up those modified documents. So I can apply a credit memo. This is a setting. If you don't want to allow the customer to see credit memos or to apply, you can turn that off. Down here is where they would make payments. They could make payments on one or more invoices. You can hit pay selected, then choose to pay with card or ACH. If it's a good payment, it will write the cash receipt back to BC and make the apply entries. In addition to invoices, we do have a setting where you can allow the customer to see their orders, their quotes, and shipments. These three things here are settings, so they can either be turned on or off. One thing that is nice about our making a payment on a quote is if they do make a payment on the quote, we will automatically convert that to a sales order if you want to allow that. Shipments, this shows up every shipment that's gone out. If you have like Insight Works or something like that turned on, the URLs would be populated, and you can see, the customer can see when those have actually shipped. Invoice history, the customer can choose to search all their invoices by date or document number. They can download the PDFs, and then they can choose to drill in and see what payments were used to apply against those payments. Then the last thing we have is payment methods. Customer can choose to come in here and remove payment methods on file or add additional ones, whether that be ACH or credit card. So I'm going to go ahead and log out of the portal. So I showed you in multiple ways that the customer can make payment on the invoices. Next way to do it is you could go here to Actions, Collections. And this window here shows you all of the open ledger items for the customer. One thing that makes us special is we have a lot more to offer you than simply just credit card payments. For example, you can take AR notes against one or more invoices. You can use attachments. You can set reminder dates. We have promise to pay. You can make phone calls using Microsoft Teams. You can email out the customer all their open invoices with a link. And if you want to run manual payments across multiple invoices, this is where you would do that right here. And the last thing we have within this window is the ability to apply credit memos. Next thing I want to show you is a little bit more of the collection module. The first thing I want to show you is our collection manager. So basically what the collection manager is a summarized AR aging with all the notes and aging buckets. You can see my account is set up to do 5 buckets in 30-day increments. That is a setup on our setup window. However, if you choose that you want to change how that works, you could come in and make that 10 buckets in 30-day increments. Then now everything's going to be re-aged to pull that in. So now you're going to see all the different aging buckets. We pull in a lot of fields, average days to pay, the plan, and then we pull in all the notes. We pull in the most recent note, but if you want to see all the additional notes, you simply just hit the note button, and then you can drill in and see that information there. One thing I do want to point out is if you're on this window and you want to see the customer details, you simply just hit the customer number, and you would go back into the customer collection detail window. One thing that does apply to collection plans, I forgot to mention on this window, is if you go to options, you do have a way of excluding certain documents from the plan. You do have a way of emailing a sales rep on any correspondence with the document. And then most importantly, there's a way of assigning alternate collectors. So maybe you're having trouble collecting and you want to escalate that to someone else at the company. That's where you would do that. Sorry, the last thing with actually collections is the plan. And you see I had 3 plans set up. I've got 7 customers assigned to it. This is what would be automated. So once you have your base plan established, you could set this up to run every Monday, multiple times a week. And what would happen is the system would first look at the customers assigned to it. It would look how you're doing your aging. And then down here is all your custom actions. So the first one's 7 days to 0 days is using my reminder template, 1 to 30 days past due, and all these templates can be modified. So if you want to come in and change your language, we have available merge fields that can pull in. This is where you would do it. Also, I want to point out, you do have the option to bulk assign customers from this window, and then you can do transfers from this window too. So if you have a lot of customers, using these 2 buttons is where you would want to do your assignment and your transfers. The last thing I want to show you with our product that I think would be beneficial is how we do sales order deposits. What I'm showing you right now, this is what we call our sales order list. This just shows you all of the different sales orders in the system. You can see you can either run a deposit or you can run a pre-authorization. We do have an auto charge feature. So in this example, you can see I've got a card assigned to this order. And what that means is when I post the order, it's automatically going to charge the card, make the cash receipt, and close out the invoice. You can use click to pay. It does work on the sales orders. Basically, once your sales order is established, you can email that link out, and then customer makes payment, and then we will write the record back to BC real time. So given that, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to you. We're happy to do a tailored discovery and demo, and we look forward to earning your business.